peace must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.
Viewers, welcome to Punchline Africa from the Political Command Center of the Legacy Trend in Nairobi. Good morning. Viewers, wherever you are in Africa, thank you very much for watching us. And thank you very much. Good morning in the studios in Nairobi, Kenya. Miriam Ogudu, good morning.
A very good morning to you, Doctor, and a good morning to our viewers.
Thank you very much in Malindi. Oh, good morning. The star has risen over the horizon of the waters of Indian Ocean. Good morning in Malindi, none other than Karen Josephs. We are sorry to have woken you up before 10 o'clock, but the show is going on early because we have a special lecture which is very important, which touches NGOs in Africa. This afternoon, this morning at 11 o'clock. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning, Dr. Matsanga. Good morning, Miriam of the studio. Karen here from Malindi.
Thank you very much. Today you are not on top of the voice. What's going on?
Nothing.
I want to hear that. We want to hear that. Miriam, over to you in the studio. Tell us about this COVID-19. It seemed to have changed exactly. The anosogonosia is in it. And Mutaye Kagwe said he did not want to say the word, but yesterday in Parliament he almost said so. He said this guy doesn't know his job. No insight at all. Thank you very much. Tell us more about the COVID-19, the curve. Are we curving? Are we curving yet?
Yeah, I think going by what we've been seeing recently in the last 1 week, then it is possible to say that the curve finally is flattening slowly but surely. But as President Uhuru Kenyatta, then the Minister of Health, has advised that Kenyans, this is not the time to let gird. You should continue observing some of these measures. But yes, I think there are a ray of sunshine there at the end of that tunnel. And as you stand this morning, Kenya's cases right now stands at 34,493 cases. 581 people have died. 20,211 have recovered. At Uganda, 3,113 cases. 32 people have died in Uganda, and 1,528 of them have recovered. And in Rwanda, 4,211, 17 deaths, 2,071 recoveries. Africa total cases this morning is at 1,265,570, and the death toll in the continent is 30,120. Recoveries is 3,555, and the global statistics right now is at 26,183,883, and the death toll globally is 867,370. Recovery so far stands at 18,447,851. So that is where we are, Doctor, this morning in regards to COVID-19. And yes, that story that you just mentioned there, Doctor, yesterday I was watching the news and seeing how, CS Mutahi and Muchache, they're the PS, they were able to actually explain really what happened there at KEMSA. So I think still, as you said yesterday, KEMSA is in real trouble.
Yes, it is. The man is under the bus. And let's look at the headlines, the newspapers, as you compare with he is on the bus, and we were right when we said this guy was the man responsible. Miriam, this first fact. You cannot start changing the goalposts because you have seen the tide is changing towards Jerusalem. No, this guy violated all procurement rules. He even went ahead alone, procured, pharmaceuticals, bypassing the budget, the guidelines of the budget, even in the money. He went ahead to borrow direct. So the person whom we should get responsible for is the board. Where was the board? Who signs the checks? How were the checks signed? It is not Mutahi Kagwe. Mr. Mutahi Kagwe does not sign any checks. Was this money to purchase goods in Kamsa? Was it previously arranged? Was it the money that was given? Was it the sanction that was given by the new minister? Or it is an old case? If it's an old case, let's look at the old minister who was there. But the new minister cannot take responsibility of the things that he has directed. Susan Mochache said they wrote to this man not to overshoot the budget. And who is this in the Ministry of Finance who accepted KEMUSA to directly go and get the money? These are some of the investigations that apparently we must fight and die for. And then we wait for the EACC to bring out the facts. Then we can now squeeze these guys to tell us what it is. The worst part of the situation in Kenya is the procurement process that keeps on being flouted. Who is the chairman of the procurement process who allowed this to go through? Mutahi Kagwe does not check the company's registration. That is not his job. He was not put there as a CS to check the company. The procurement department of KEMUSA and the procurement department of the National Public Procurement Unit must establish the truth about the entire system of who was responsible for the companies that registered in 2 hours, the fourth hour, it was delivered. Who was doing that? Who? There must be somebody. There must be somebody. And I'm asking Karen, who was responsible for this?
It's very clear that Manjari here is responsible. Kagwe is not part of it. And as much as they're trying to push him into this saga, we've seen him fight corruption, so he cannot take part in this whole thing. In fact, so far he has transferred around 100 people in that ministry. So this is somebody who is fighting corruption, and Manjari is trying to pull with him people who will go down with him. That is what he's trying to do.
So it is Manjari to carry the cross.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And as we said it, what is the weather? Cooling it down. What's the weather in Malindi?
Our Malindi is sunny right now.
It looks like, Miriam, according to me and my analysis, Madam Karen seem to have taken a huge amount of sunshine. Yes. You better be transferred to Nairobi to take the cold.
Yeah, she needs to balance with some cold also.
You exchange You take the cold. Okay, yes, madam.
Yeah, it's too much, and the temperatures today will be ranging between 23 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius. Right now it's 9 and it's mostly sunny. It's at 26 degrees Celsius. At around 10, it will also be 26 degrees Celsius and still mostly sunny. It's 11, it will be mostly sunny and the temperatures will be at 27 degrees Celsius. Noon, it will be at 28 degrees Celsius, still mostly sunny. At around 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., it will still be mostly sunny and the temperatures will be at 28 degrees Celsius. Then at 3 p.m., it will be sunny, temperatures at 27 degrees Celsius till 4 p.m. And then 5, we'll have it at 26 degrees Celsius, it will be sunny. And the sun will be setting here at Malindi at exactly 6:20. So we'll have the sun setting at 6:20 and the temperatures then will be 25 degrees Celsius. And the level of humidity right now is 75%, Miriam. But
yeah, the level of humidity at the coast there is just unbelievable. Thank you so much for that update. And we go to the headlines this morning.
Let me give you the Nairobi one, Miriam. I'm back.
Go ahead.
Nairobi, the weather today is 18 degrees Celsius. 18, 18. You are 23. Sisi tuko 18. 18 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, it will be, it will be 23. Then it goes to 20. Saturday, it will be some rain. Today, there is some rain, cloudy, and it is all cloudy today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It will all be cloudy. So carry your jacket. It is still a bit cold. But on Wednesday next week, on Tuesday, there will be heavy rain. Now heavy rain. So carry again your jacket and a raincoat. Wednesday, leave them home. Thursday next week, leave them home. Saturday next week, leave them home. Friday next week, leave them home. Yes, and the Saturday next week, Sunday next week, leave them home. Oh, it looks like here, there on Saturday, we shall be going for you for 25. Hapa Nairobi, takuwa 25. Nairobi next week, 22, 24 on Wednesday, on Thursday, 25 on Friday medium, 25 on Saturday, and the Sunday 25. Tumeingia hiyo, the situation here hot. I think Mombasa here will be shooting 28, about 28. So thank you very much. That's the weather in Nairobi. Let's get to the topics of the day. Good morning, Africa, wherever you are. This is the legacy trend operating all the way from the political command center, miles and miles away from Miriam, the headquarters of Punchline Africa Television in Nairobi. Good morning. I'm Dr. Matsanga, and with us Karen from Malindi, the coastal town, the legacy correspondent of the coast from Kwale, Lunga, Lamu, Mombasa, Kilifi, Malindi, all the way up to the border with Somalia. But don't cross over. Thank you very much. Good morning. We are here to deliver the message of the legacy trade. We thank Miriam, and I will also read later on the achievements, one by one, of the corruption of the fight against corruption of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Thank you. Miriam,
thank you
headlines.
All right, the headlines this morning, and Doctor, we have a lot to talk about, and the Daily Nation there. says county salaries fix over Senate mess. As the House drags its feet on the revenue-sharing formula, workers in the devolved units are yet to receive salaries for July and August, forcing governors to turn to commercial loans or reallocate and divert budgets from critical dockets. And now we see, a Senate has not been able to agree on which way in regards to the revenue sharing, formula there. And now that mess is trickling down there. And now, from what we're reading, governors are turned to commercial banks and to get loans and all that. It's quite interesting, Doctor. Will we see some more?
First of all, let me come in. I warn the people, there will be no solution. And I want to now take this opportunity to talk to the people of Kenya through the legacy trend of His Excellency the President. We want a legacy. Your Excellency, we want a legacy. Avoid this debate. Avoid it. Use the old formula. Let's go on as if nothing has happened. Because if you talk of taking money from poor people in Nairobi and going to give it to trees or landmass, as if money will feed the land or the trees or the Indian Ocean, I think I have never seen such a formula. An ordinary person in Nairobi, in Mount Kenya, in the Rift Valley, will think of our money has been taken. He will not know how you took it. He doesn't want to know, or she doesn't want to know. They just want, why are you taking the money? So in circumstances of this nature, I ask the leadership of this country, and I ask them politely, please wash your hands, let the old formula go on, bring the question in either the referendum, and we all change the law. That's it. But discussing this to a conclusive, people have politicized the senators. Every time this thing goes to the Senate, there's somebody who has screwed the Senate. Proper screwing of the Senate, changing it into a tool which opposes everything that President Uhuru Kenyatta brings on board. That's my assessment. Governors have to do something commercially to survive until this money reaches their account. I agree with them.
All right. And Karen, this move by governors, now they're forced to go get commercial loans or reallocate and divert budgets from critical, dockets there. I mean, some governors, do you think they might take advantage and perhaps find loopholes now to even, steal some money? And then there will be, will this open ways for other corruption in the counties?
Okay, Miriam, there is a probability that some might do that, but then we cannot, people are suffering down here. But what we can do is let them get this loan, let them get these loans. If at all we will have, corruption will find its way. Right now, we're not taking easy with corruption. They know it. Things on the ground are not as they were before. So the counties are suffering. They should have these loans. However, if there will be cases of corruption, then they know where they'll find themselves in. So it's not a matter of getting the money and misusing them. They know what is happening currently right now. So they should take that with caution.
Very well, and I hope they listen to that very sound advice there. Karen, thank you so much. And still on the front pages of the Daily Nation, it wasn't me, Kagwe tells members of parliament. He says, at no time did I propose to anyone to follow procurement rules. If you go wrong, it's not because the CS told you, it's because you are a poor manager there. And yesterday when Kagwe was speaking, he said if at all there's anything he told Manjari that he felt was out of the norm and the normal procedures there at KEMSA, then Manjari should have requested a written request, so that you're able to have an evidence just in case you are required to account there. So still on this matter, I think think Manjari has to really put up there an argument. He can't escape. He cannot escape responsibility over this mess at KEMSA. And on the other side, also how farms spoiled the COVID party at KEMSA. A close childhood friend of Jubilee Vice Chairperson David Murathe registered Kilig Limited on July 22nd. And I think I've read through that story, and it's just that they're friends, but there's nowhere, Mr. Murathe has been mentioned to have directly.
Where is that?
On page 7 there of the Daily Nation. They're just explaining the relationship between William Wilbrod Gashoka, the brother to Tony Gashoka. William, a very good childhood friend of Mr. Murathe. So when you read the story, it explains, but it does not in any way, bring in Jubilee Vice Chairperson's name into this scandal. It's only that the friendship. And I think Murathe came out the other day during that interview and said, we're just friends, but and we've done businesses before, and on this one, I was not involved. So when you read the story, I think it's quite clear. And that is the company that spoiled the party for the rest. Yeah, the brother to Tony Gashoka, they formed a company with a Chinese national, and they were able to, they wanted to get to supply KEMSA with some of those PPEs. And then we turn our attention to the Standard newspaper this morning.
So why should Murathe carry the blame?
Yes.
Why doesn't Tony Kajoka go for the brother?
Mm-hmm.
If they have problems, brotherly problem in the family, why are we being entertained in this saga of families fighting Muranga politics? We should not be drawn into Muranga politics. We want facts. This company, who was a procurement officer, who allowed the company. We are not saying those who formed the company are not culprit, but we want the procurement officer who's supposed to check the dates and go back and do the history, what we call due diligence. Due diligence in any organization, security analysis, security risk management, risk analysis. A subject I can lecture for 200 hours. Ask Matsanga. These guys, they have let down President Uhuru Kenyatta. Ask me. I can lecture for you risk analysis of an item that can come into chaos, cause chaos. A risk analysis, political analysis manager tells you that if you walk towards that river, the likelihood of a crocodile that has gone to lay its eggs just nearby, catching you and tearing one of the legs and going with you in the river, are 92%. If you fill in this form and you apply for procurement of 4 billion, the likelihood of a red flag coming are higher than the green flag. We experts, I am an expert, Miriam, but because maybe I am not a Kenyan, people don't take my words. I don't know why. But listen to me. If I was one of those manning those organizations, you have wondered how I man some of these things. One man being a human resource officer, at the same time being a PR man, at the same time being a political strategist, at the same time writing his notes, at the same time fighting Besuda, at the same time telling Besuda Americans, get this bloody woman out. You know? Don't you think that's genius? Yes, it's genius. So if you give me a subject and contract me to be a risk analysis political manager, I will tell you that company will take you to committee. So don't touch. Go for a company that has been there 3 years. Why? Nobody will doubt you for a 3-year company to have come to apply for delivery of services.
And Doctor, also what came out yesterday during that grilling in Parliament there, very clear that the KEMSA boss bypassed all the protocols and went straight to the Ministry of Finance to try to get
exactly.
The money. Yeah. So
someone in the Ministry of Finance must go to jail. The rules are very clear. Endorsement from the sister ministry. Endorsement from the sister ministry. Cannot fail to occur. An endorsement from a sister ministry cannot fail to occur. How do you tell me? Let me ask you. You just knock on the door of the treasury and they say we need the 7 billion. 7 billion. Which could pay 1 month's debt for Kenya. And you take it like that. No. The EACC must go deeper. 2, what makes me happy about all this mess is very simple. And look at my hands. Look at them, Miriam. They are here. Oh God, you don't know when COVID-19 will end. The stupid CEO of KEMSA, stupid as he was, he bought you equipment. Kenyans, keep them. Keep them. And Miriam, believe me or not, keep them. Let the government sack this guy, lock him up or take him to court, but keep the equipment. You are soon going to want that equipment. You know why? We don't know when COVID is going to end. You don't know when another COVID is coming. According to serious intelligence, and I repeat, serious international intelligence, we are going to have a second runner. Haven't we brought Chinese telephones here? That's a debate for another day. If you think it is not linked, why is it that some people predicted that Kenya, Africa will have? Somebody predicted that Africa will have dead bodies. We have tried our level best. And I want to thank President Uhuru Kenyatta, Kagwe, Museveni, Kagame, whoever, Munagagwa. Thank you very much. You have tried for your people. I swear, the international security intelligence agents were out to dismember us. I want to speak the truth here on this show. Something is very wrong. And we are being killed by our own African man from Ethiopia. He took his dollars, he bought his house in Band. in Bern, Switzerland. I've located everything. You know what? For me, what can you be, Miriam? There is one thing you cannot hide from David Matsanga. It's the network I have internationally. Walai, calculator. This guy, Tedros, has a house in Bern, Switzerland. And it was bought between February. Negotiation started from March, from last year in December. Completion of payment for this house was done in February. Has he robbed a bank? Yenye chunga wa Africa. I'm also an African, but I am a different species. I talk my mind out. You kill me, you write, you love me, don't love me. There is this song, Baby Love Me. Baby Love Me. I don't know what it means. Yes, I do things that are straightforward. Didn't I predict to you that one day, Fatu Besuda, Moreno Ocampo, Muchochoko, we shall put them in jail. As I speak this morning, we have frozen their accounts. And you know, Fatu Besuda's children are all in the United States. If he doesn't collect them urgently, they might end up frozen also. And the Fatu Besuda, if I were you, do one honorable thing. Just apologize to this innocent soul. It is this soul that is haunting you, Fatu Besuda. You had no evidence against me. You destroyed my life. Fatu Besuda. Fatu Besuda and Ocampo. You charged me of a crime where you were thieves. I was not a thief. I was a whistleblower telling you that the witnesses were fake. And you charged me. You destroyed my family. If I was not handsome, my wife would have run away. We didn't have the money. My wife did not love me because of money. But she said, stick, you are right. Being a good lawyer, she said, you are right, you are home and dry. David, don't panic, stay there. One day God will save you. God has saved me. God has answered my prayers. Is there anybody in Kenya who has tackled ICC other than Dr. Matsanga? Show me one who is even battling with them, not to bring a mafia lawyer to be your chief prosecutor. Show me one person. I have done my best. Because I knew how a criminal gang of ICC chief prosecutor called Moreno Ocampo came to my country, called Uganda, and dismembered my country. He killed my country. Miriam, it is one of the topics that you have in the diaspora dispatches of sanctions against the chief prosecutor. It's a very ranging topic worldwide. Everybody is calling me. But I knew this was going to come. One day America will return and listen to me. And now that America is listening to me, I have my heart, soul, everything is now very nice. I've left it for Jesus Christ to clean it. Those who thought I was a liar, they called me all the names. Makao Mutua called for the ICC to arrest me. Now I am now the one calling for shots to arrest. Fatuma Soda, run faster before you are drowning in the Atlantic Ocean in the Banjul. By the way, Fatuma Soda, you can see how the French misled you. They are not talking any word now. Has France opposed the chief prosecutor the sanction? So be careful when you are talking of these two countries. Be careful. You might be left alone. You might be left alone. Stephen, put on that video as we end. Put it on. Let people hear. Put a replay. We now want to tell people with facts. If you think I'm a liar today, was I a liar then? Put on the video. Because some people think those who have just grown from test tubes, think that I was a liar. Put on that radio, that video for the people to see what I said 7 years ago. Wake up. If I've changed. The only thing I've changed is the weight. And the lack of gray hair. I don't know where it has gone. But that's you. World will be better. Stephen, Miriam, as we wait for Stephen, let's proceed. But let that video teach people that what you do against somebody else comes back again for you. What Fatou Bensouda and Ocampo did against me, not to listen to me. I was a whistleblower telling them that OTP number 4, Maina Kabutu, was a liar, was a fake man. Now today, look at where they have touched. They have touched red wire. And me, I have not touched red wire. I'm still asking the ICC. In fact, it is at 11 a.m. today, East African time, which is, Hague time. I'm delivering the documents with evidence of videos showing how the select committee in New York was hosted by George Soros. Love me again. I don't sleep on the job. I have so many millions and millions of followers worldwide. Some of them like me for just deliver information for me. Thank you very much, Miriam. Today, 11 a.m. European time.
All right, Doc, perhaps before they play the video, maybe we can look at President Uhuru Kenyatta's how he has fought corruption here in Kenya. We saw the pronouncement he made there over this, scandal at KEMSA, which I think you wonder, because Kenyans complain these scandals take too long to be investigated. So when President Uhuru Kenyatta said, KEMSA, you're given this amount of days to ensure the investigative authority to ensure they're able to deliver, a report and to show what really has been going on in this scandal at KEMSA. Kenya started complaining. You wonder, some Kenyans, what do you want? When President Uhuru Kenyatta wasn't speaking about this, it was a problem. When he comes out and he gives pronouncements that, will help in terms of even expediting to Kenyans to know what's really happening there at KEMSA. Also, people were complaining, so you wonder, what is it? But we saw he came there and he was very firm in what he wanted to be done there at KEMSA. So we're waiting the report there from the EACC and the DCI and the authorities that have taken over investigating these cases there, among other things. Doctor, how would you say President Uhuru Kenyatta has handled the war against corruption here in Kenya?
First of all, I just want to reiterate one thing, that His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta has done so well in the fight against corruption. I just want to take this opportunity. Let's play that tape at the end of the show as we are ending. We have about 17 minutes. But let me read some of the achievements that President Uhuru Kenyatta has during the fight about corruption. The war against corruption, the legacy trend can now authoritatively reveal that one, President Kenyatta has managed to recover meteorological department land and in industrial area that was taken by some people at the cost of 5 billion. Again, President Uhuru Kenyatta has managed to bring land belonging to Agriculture Livestock Research Organization called CALO in Naivasha. 8.7 billion. That land has been retaken by the government from unscrupulous mafios, mafizolos, traitors. Again, President Uhuru Kenyatta, under the legacy of His Excellency, the University of Nairobi, land situated in Kilimani, has been recovered. 2 billion worth of land. 4 Woodley, Joseph Kangefe estate houses, Nairobi, belonging to Nairobi City Council, recovered 1.4 billion. 5 land allocated to Race Course Primary School as playground, 700 million. An individual had grabbed it. 6 President Uhuru Kenyatta has also managed, under his watch administration, managed to have land of Kenya Railways Corporation property in Kisumu municipality, 150 million recovered. The total recovery for all this is 17.95 billion Kenya shillings worth of land back to the government institutions. Cash recovery. President Uhuru Kenyatta's government has recovered from David Koech, managing director of former managing director of a company called Kemri, which is doing the research, 75 million Kenya shillings cash. You know someone can stash 75 million when Matsanga is looking for only 200,000 to go and do a lot of good work for Africa. And I can't have it. Then President Uhuru Kenyatta recovered cash from Tornado Carriers Limited of Kenya National Highways Authority, 55 million Kenya shillings, cash. President Uhuru Kenyatta has also recovered from Makuyu County Defunct Council a total of 28 million shillings, cash. President Uhuru Kenyatta, under the guidance of agencies that his watch, this is between 2013 and today, he has recovered from Kizito, Chesons and others, Eldoret South constituency, 20 million shillings. President Uhuru Kenyatta cash has recovered a cash from fictitious payments of Makuyu Council, again from the lawyers, 6.5 million Kenya shillings. It totals to 184 million Kenya.5 million shillings that he has recovered. Forfeiture of unexplained wealth. The commission is pursuing to get assets found to be wrongly in the hands of illegitimate people, known sources of income not well known, not well established. This is exactly the amount of money in James Mwetete Melewa, Managing Director, Kenya Ports, 73 million. We are pursuing that. Another 41.2 million. So, another 41.2 million. Stanley Mombo Amuti, Finance Manager, National Water, 41 million. Another guy, Mutuku Kiamba, Chief Officer, Jimmy Mutuku, 317 million, 112 million, and then finally 18 million from Solome Munumbi, Valua National Lands Commission. This money totals to 561.2 million. Highlights of the public national personalities charged: Waruke, the two governors, Senkuru, and another governor now added on, 3 senior officials, 10 of them. Number of senior officials charged. Now 10 senior top, 3 former managing directors charged. You see, then former chairperson, National Land Commission, Professor Sajuli, former Deputy Auditor General, Officer Auditor General, these are charged people. And you look at this, you will come back and say, the legacy has done its great work. Miriam, we on that note, I request for the video to be played. Then Karen will make a comment. You will make a comment. Unless you have something else as directed from your general headquarters and your captors of the good hands, which I can see there. Thank you very much. But that is what I have done best. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Doc. I think the video is ready.
Controversial Ugandan-born activist David Matsanga now claims that he has evidence that the office of the prosecutor, Fatu Bensouda, is relying on coached, bribed and corrupted witnesses in the Kenyan cases.
I am not against the ICC as an institution. I am against the office of the chief prosecutor for the biased, bungled, fake, flawed, corrupted investigations.
Matsanga claims that the ICC Witness Protection Program is a sham.
The presiding judge, Ekaterina, to tell the court, the world, whether witness number 4 was protected by the order of the court. They have failed to tell me.
Matsanga argues that the office of the chief prosecutor is playing to the public gallery as opposed to safeguarding justice and the rule of law.
The question of the chief prosecutor changing goalposts, shifting, playing to the public political gallery to win international emotions so that she can jail some few people is not going to happen.
Matsanga wants the ICC to terminate all investigations against him, instigated 1 year ago by the former prosecutor Luis Moreno Campo. Matsanga claims that the reason why he is seeking a termination under Article 53 of the Rome Statute is that the ICC chief prosecutor openly admitted in trial chamber 5 that witness number 4, whom he exposed as a liar and a cheat, was actually a cheat.
As a whistleblower, I said there is someone who is having a Facebook. How can a witness protected by the ICC have Facebook?
Matsanga argues that this witness recanted his statement on 10th November 2010, 1 year before confirmation charges were held against President-elect Uhuru Kenyatta and Francis Mudhaura commenced in September. Matsanga is under investigation by the International Criminal Court for witness tampering. For JSWAT 7, I'm Shem Oluchiri.
That is a video from the archives there, of course, one of the many involving Dr. Matsanga and, his, ICC cases there. And we see whatever he was saying then, I think he's been very consistent until today. So as we conclude, Karen, in light of everything else that we've talked about.
Yes, beginning with what's happening in the ICC, I would like to once again congratulate Dr. Matsanga because of what he's doing for Africa, and that is very commendable, Doctor. Back to what's happening here with the county revenue formula, I agree with what Dr. Matsanga and Professor have been saying in the past. Let's use the previous formula, but then we can have the statistics from, the last statistics we had and get over this whole thing, because we are having this tug of war. It doesn't seem, it's not like it's going to end anytime soon. So for the sake of those on the ground, the counties, let's have it handled it that way, other than having this tug of war. And corruption, yes, we are on the right track so far. We've seen what our President Uhuru Kenyatta has done in his fight against corruption, which is also very commendable. And we are on the right track. And anyone, whichever position they are holding, they should be very cautious, because we are it's time that we deal with this virus right now, and they should know that they are being watched. That is what everybody should know right now. Everybody is being watched. It should handle the public resources with caution and let them do what they're supposed to do with them, because they're being watched. That's all, Miriam.
All right, thank you so much, Karen, there from Malindi. Doctor, as we conclude.
Thank you very much, viewers. Tomorrow we continue with our last leg of more corruption successes under President Uhuru Kenyatta. He has delivered, he came, he saw, he conquered. There are some results, as much as it is not as big as you might think. There are good results that demand a good clap. Results in the direction. Let's wait for the 21 days to elapse to see who stole the money. Those who touched the money of patients who are dying in hospitals must rot in jail. Let me speak Museveni language. Rot in jail. You see, for us in our country, we don't treat these guys with very, very, very clear, clean. We beat them slowly, but we also organize them and bring them to normal sense. And by the way, we just tell the judges to lock them further. Thank you very much, William. That is how we do Uganda style. If it was Uganda style, I bet Kemsa MD will never have bail. He will have bail after 6 months sweating in Luzira. For me, from here, for you, from Malindi, I request you join the debate.
All right.
So that we don't outnumber one lady. So please, join the debate at 11. Coming next is how international NGOs in Africa have funded violent regime change against their African counterparts or using their African counterparts. We shall be having a case study, Zimbabwe. We shall have guests from all over the whole world, in America, in Europe, in Harare, in South Africa, in London, and in Nairobi, our headquarters, the usual analysts, all of us, including Malindi. We are online. The line is gonna tick. The fire is ticking. I am in charge this afternoon. And prepare what you want to say. But we want to expose this malaise. I brought that debate, that clip. Then you can see how I have fought against Makau Mutua and the brothers. Don't go away. All the Zimbabwe clips are with Stephen. I think I've sent them there. And other things, it is going to be enjoyable. Let's take a 30 minutes break while we turn our uniforms and our ties and our best ties from France. Oh, apparently from here. We come back to struggle this. Minister of Finance of Zimbabwe is coming online. Just been informed. Oh, what a show, what a deep, a television. We are liked. Africa is watching us. Don't go away, Miriam. They smarten the whole curve. Thank you.
All right. We shall see you at 11.
Peace must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.